Now, let's see what happened to the poor farmers in US. The poor farmers actually saw misery because of the use of machines. They had brought machines thinking that they will make huge profits by growing more and more crops. But they had brought everything on loan, and when the prices fell down in the market and the profits were reduced, they found it difficult to repay their loans. It became so difficult for them that they had to desert their fields and look for jobs elsewhere. We see that due to the use of machines, there was huge surplus production in the market, and it had become so much that the wheat and other crops had to be given to animals as feed. We also see that the prices fell because of the huge surplus that was there in the market, and the export collapsed. Well, this means total misery and suffering for the poor farmers in US due to the use of new machines and the new technology in agriculture. Well, let's see what happened due to the expansion of the wheat agriculture in the Great Plains. When the people started moving towards westward, it so happened that the dust storms became very common, and the black blizzard started occurring day and night. We also see that due to the sand which was blowing, the cattle suffocated and so many of them died. The fences of the field and the field itself were covered with dust, and the dust also coated the rivers, making the fish die. So there was dust everywhere, dust storms, blizzards, and people found it difficult. Their throat were choked, the fishes were dying, the animals were dying, which means total ruin due to the expansion towards the westward and the growth of wheat agriculture in the Great Plains. Now, why did such a thing happen? Why did the dust storms start blowing, and why did the blizzards knock again and again? Because the years were the years of drought, there were no rainfall at that time, and the temperature soared. Also because the land was plowed and the stripped grasses which had held the land so tight were actually taken away, which meant loose soil. So those were the conditions which actually brought in a lot of natural disaster for the US. We have already seen England, and now that was the end of US. In the next clipping, I move towards India, and that too Bengal in India.